from the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch us on The Fact Today, only on ATN.
This is the transition on Atlantic Television Network. Prolonged feud between Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his predecessor, Nyesom Wike, may have been publicly resolved with the intervention of President Bola Tinubu last December, but the camaraderie hitherto shared by the two gladiators cannot be said to have returned, as the governor was absent from a luncheon hosted by his predecessor in Port Harcourt, the state capital. While Wike, now the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, was present at the luncheon with many of his allies, Fubara and his men, both in the House of Assembly and the two other organs of government, were conspicuously absent. It was not clear whether the Wike camp invited Fubara and his men, but the governor and his people were not present, and it was not mentioned that they sent in delegates. Some of Wike's men present include Speaker of the River State House of Assembly, Martin Tamehule, as well as 24 other lawmakers who had cross-carpeted with him from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress. Wike was flanked by ex-governor in the PDP G5, Samuel Otom, Benue, and Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, Enugu, also Zacchaeus Adango, George Kelly, Alabo, and some other commissioners in Wike's camp who resigned from Fubara's cabinet last month in the heat of the crisis were at the Sunday luncheon. Others include the chairman of Port Harcourt Local Government Area, Orwell Ihunda, Senator Barinada Mpigi from Rivers Southeast, Kelechi Mogu from Eche Omuma Federal Constituency, and ex-Speaker Rivers Assembly, Awaji Bani. Alaba, who spoke on behalf of his other comrades, pledged allegiance to Wike, saying, "We stand with you in every circumstance." River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has hailed the army for tackling insecurity in the country. He said civilian-military cooperation remained the surest way to foster and strengthen a healthy society. Fubara spoke at the weekend during the 6th Division Combined West African Social Activities at the 29 Battalion Parade Ground, Port Harcourt Barracks. The governor, represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Tamida Nagogo, said WASA was ideal in strengthening regimentation and promotion of the family values in the Army. Explaining the reason for the WASA, the General Officer commanding 6th Division Nigerian Army, Major General Jamil Abdusalam, said it was established to strengthen relationship and social interactions among officers, their families, to display cultural heritage. He added that the 2023 training activities were designed to sharpen the capacity of officers and obtain positive gains. Policemen from Zone 6 of Nigeria Police Force have arrested a 44-year-old man, Ogbani Emmanuel, for allegedly leading some youths in Adim town in Baise local government area of Cross River State to set ablaze a church. Christ Divine Liberation International Ministry is founded by one Reverend Victor Okon, who reportedly petitioned the Assistant Inspector General of Police of Zone 6 Command. The youths were said to have accused the church of preaching against the traditional practices as well as holding crusade activities in their community when their festival was ongoing. The prime suspect, Emmanuel, told journalists that the incident happened in October 2023. On interrogation, the prime suspect confirmed that the petitioner's church was preaching against their tradition and holding crusades during community festivals and should be set ablaze and demolished. In a statement signed by SP Nelson Akwabi, the spokesperson for Zone 6 Command, the suspect reportedly confessed that he personally led the youths to the church. Abia State Government has reiterated that the earlier ban placed on the annual convention of the Apostolic Christian Church Mission in Aba is still in place. The annual convention of suits brought by the candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the March 18 governorship election in Abia State, OK Ahiwe, seeking the sack of Governor Alex Oti, as governor of the state. Also, the court will entertain the matter brought by Ikechi Emenike, the governorship candidate, and the All Progressives Congress, who is also seeking the sack of Oti. Confirming the date to newsman, Victor Owokocha, media advisor to Ahiwe, said his principal's case against Oti would come up for hearing on Wednesday. Nwokocha, however, said he could not confirm if a final judgment will be delivered on Wednesday or on a later date. Ahiwe and his party, PDP, in their prayers are asking the Supreme Court to overturn the intruded and wanted to shift the venue to an unknown destination. The governor alleged that these intruders wanted to perpetrate some irregularities, thereby going against the pattern of the rule of law set by the governor. Speaking with reporters at the old banquet hall of Government House, Makurdi earlier said he put the primary on hold to avoid crisis in the state. He lamented that certain individuals had planned to truncate the shadow poll, deny the stakeholders and delegates the freedom to exercise their vandals, drug dealers and thieves. DSP Lawan Shisu Adam, the command's public relations officer, confirmed that the police recovered a Dane gun, knife, gunpowder, charms, vandalized cable wire, illicit drugs, and food items, among others, from the suspects. He further explained that on 1st January 2024, at about 1400 hours, a patrol team attached to Rani police station, while on patrol, arrested one Abbas Musa, male, 25 years old, and Ibrahim Hassan, male, 22 years old, both of Rani local government area, in possession of cable wire strongly suspected to be stolen. According to him, on receipt of the report, police detectives swung into action where one Kamaluddin Lawan, 22 years, of Dansure village, Rani local government area, was nabbed in possession of those items: 51 pairs of shoes, 21 cartons of chewing gum, 35 tablets of washing soap, 13 bottles of pomade, 9 pieces of spaghetti, 20 pieces of macaroni, 19 pieces of noodles, and 14 pieces of peak milk. Upon interrogation, he said the suspect confessed to having broken into the complainant's shop and stolen the aforementioned items, which the complainant identified. You are watching The Transition on Atlantic Television Network. We will return after this break.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all the sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Federal government has denied reports of the planned demolition of 1,500 houses in the Zidu community near Lugbe Phase 2 in Abuja. Head of the Press and Publicity Unit, Federal Housing Authority, Kenneth Chigelu, disclosed this in a statement. Last week, it was widely reported that residents in the community alleged that the FHA planned to demolish their houses to accommodate a housing estate to be built by a private developer. According to the residents, FHA's decision blatantly violates constitutional rights, disregards their welfare as citizens, and tarnishes Nigeria's global reputation. Meanwhile, FHA said it was not responsible for the planned demolition. According to Chigelu, the illegal development happens to be at the right of way of Ring Road, which services the entire area. The development comes barely 2 months after the FHA demolished 677 houses and partially demolished 777 houses in Festac Town in Lagos. President Bola Tinubu has directed a comprehensive inquiry into the alleged 585 million naira scandal in the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. He vowed to decisively punish those involved in any breaches and infractions unraveled during the investigations. The President gave the directive in a statement issued by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, as anger grew over the alleged breach of the federal government's financial regulations. The development comes just as ministries prepare for their first performance assessments by the end of January. Nigerian Meteorological Agency has predicted sunshine and haziness from Monday to Wednesday across the country. NIMET's weather outlook, released on Sunday in Abuja, forecast sunny skies on Monday with a hazy atmosphere over the northern region and the north-central states. According to NIMET, a sunny and hazy atmosphere is expected over the north and the north-central states of the country throughout the forecast period. The agency also anticipates patches of cloud in a hazy atmosphere in the morning hours over the inland cities of the south and the coastal belt of the country. It envisaged the prospects of localized thunderstorms over parts of Delta, Lagos, Abia, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, Edo, Bayelsa, and Rivers states in the afternoon and evening periods. The agency anticipates sunny skies with cloud patches in a hazy atmosphere in the morning over the inland cities of the south and the coastal belt. It also envisaged localized thunderstorms over parts of Delta, Rivers, and Bayelsa states during the afternoon and evening hours. And now to some business reports. Minister of Interior Dr. Olubomi Tunji-Ojo will today launch the first online portal for passport application in Abuja. He disclosed this during a demonstration session of the online portal on Friday with the Comptroller General, Nigeria Immigration Service, Caroline Adepoju. According to Tunji, an online passport application platform has been established for both international and Nigerian applicants. The minister had announced in December that the federal government is working to ensure a full automation system of passport application in the country. At the time, the minister said the automated application system was 99% done, adding that the process would include uploading passport photos and supporting documents. He stated that Nigerian applicants who want 32-page passports with 5-year validity would pay 25,000 naira, while those who want 64-page passports with a 10-year validity would pay 70,000 naira. This is a transition on Atlantic Television Network, still ahead on international tidbits. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says Palestinians must not be pressured into leaving Gaza and must be allowed to return to their homes once conditions allow. Blinken condemned statements by some Israeli ministers who called for the resettlement of Palestinians elsewhere. The U.S. official was in Qatar on his latest Middle East tour. His comments followed reports that up to 70 people were killed at Jabalia refugee camp in northern Gaza. A spokesperson for the Israel Defense Forces told newsmen that it acted against a military target in the strike and that it was not aware of the number of casualties mentioned. More than 60 Palestinians were reportedly also killed in the past day in the southern city of Khan Yunis. And now to entertainment. In Another Landmark, featuring Davido's Unavailable, featuring Musa Keys, has earned a Brit Silver certification in a reflection of its success in the United Kingdom, where it surpassed 200,000 units of sales. The single peaked at number 52 on the UK singles chart, while peaking at number 1 on the UK Afrobeats chart. This hit single is one of the songs of Davido's fourth album, Timeless, which broke multiple first-week African streaming records, with Unavailable earning a silver certification in the United Kingdom. It becomes the song's third international certification, following gold certifications in Switzerland and Canada. The single will also be competing to take home the Maiden Award for the Best African Song Performance at the 2024 Grammy Awards, scheduled for February 5th. Global superstar Burna Boy has added another UK certification to his collection, with his hit single City Boy receiving a BPI silver certification after surpassing over 200,000 units in sales. The song, released as one of the lead singles of Burna Boy's Grammy-nominated 7th album, I Told Them, was produced by MD Dollar and Ruben, and his samples Jeremy's February 2009 single Birthday Sex enjoyed commercial success for its catchy writing, infectious melody, and viral dance steps. The single peaked at number 14 on the UK singles chart and number 1 on the UK's Afrobeat chart. With City Boy earning a BPI silver certification, it adds to Burna Boy's collection of BPI certifications that includes platinum plaques for Last Year and Last and Ye gold plaques for Underlow and For My Hand featuring Ed Sheeran, and the silver plaques for Real Life featuring Stormzy, Anybody, and Bonner. The single will also be competing to take home the Maiden Award for the Best African Song Performance at the 2024 Grammy Awards, scheduled for February 5th. And now to sports. Pep Guardiola